I didn't believe in haunted apartments before this. Now I sleep with the bathroom light on. And I still haven't told the police everything. The apartment was cheap, which should have been my first warning. I'd just gotten out of a relationship that absolutely wrecked me financially. My ex left, took half the furniture, and somehow still managed to leave me with most of the bills. So when I found a one-bedroom apartment for almost $400 less than anything else in town, I ignored the weird feeling in my stomach. The building itself looked tired. Not abandoned exactly, but close. Half the hallway lights flickered. The carpet smelled like mildew and cigarettes. Still, the landlord was nice enough. Older guy. Quiet. He kept rubbing the back of his neck during the tour. When we reached my unit, apartment 14, he paused for a second before unlocking the door. "You live alone?" he asked. I laughed awkwardly. "Yeah." He nodded slowly like that confirmed something. Then he said the weirdest thing. "If you hear knocking at night, don't answer it." I remember staring at him. He smiled immediately after, like he realized how insane that sounded. "Kids mess around in the halls sometimes," he added. I should have left. Instead, I signed the lease that same day. The first week was fine. Quiet. Almost too quiet. No traffic noise. No neighbors arguing. No TVs through the walls. Just silence. Then the knocking started. 3 knocks. Always at exactly 2:13 a.m. The first night, I assumed it was another tenant. The second night, I got annoyed. By the third night, I checked the peephole. Nobody. The hallway was empty. I opened the door anyway. Nothing. Just cold air. The kind that feels wrong somehow. After that, things got worse. I started hearing movement in the apartment above me. Dragging sounds. Heavy footsteps. Sometimes what sounded like furniture scraping across the floor. Except apartment 15 was vacant. I knew that because I asked the landlord. He got pale when I brought it up. Then he told me nobody had lived above me in almost 8 years. But he didn't laugh back. A couple nights later, I woke up around 3 a.m. needing water. I shuffled half asleep into the kitchen and stopped immediately. Every cabinet door was open. Not cracked. Wide open. My stomach dropped. I lived alone. I grabbed the biggest knife I had and checked every room. Closet. Bathroom. Under the bed. Nothing. No sign of forced entry. No open windows. Nothing stolen. I barely slept after that. That's when I started noticing the smell. Rot. Not all the time. Just in certain parts of the apartment. Mostly near the hallway leading to the bathroom. At first I thought maybe a mouse died in the walls. Then one night I walked past the bathroom mirror and froze. There were fingerprints on the inside. Tiny fingerprints. Like someone had pressed their hands against the glass from behind it. Then the mirror moved. Not shattered. Not fell. Moved. Just slightly. Like someone behind it had leaned against the other side. I ran. I know that sounds ridiculous. I grabbed my keys and slept in my car until sunrise. The next morning, I called maintenance. The guy who came looked irritated right up until I mentioned the mirror. Then he got really quiet. He asked me one question. "Have you been hearing knocking?" I felt every hair on my arms stand up. Apparently years ago, a woman lived in apartment 14 with her daughter. One night neighbors heard screaming. Nobody called the police. People assumed it was another domestic dispute. The woman was eventually found dead. The daughter was never located. Officially, the child was considered missing. Unofficially, people in the building believed the boyfriend hid the body somewhere inside the walls before disappearing. I wanted to leave immediately. But breaking the lease would cost almost $3,000, which I absolutely did not have. So I stayed. Stupidly. The next week was hell. The knocking got louder. Sometimes it came from the front door. Sometimes from the walls. Sometimes directly underneath my bed. And every single night, I'd wake up feeling like someone was standing over me. Watching. One night I finally snapped. I was exhausted. Angry. Delirious. When the knocking started at 2:13 again, I stormed to the front door and ripped it open. The hallway was empty. But this time there was something there. Wet footprints. Small ones. Like a child had walked through water. They started outside my apartment. And led inside. My chest tightened instantly. Because I knew those footprints had not been there before I opened the door. I watched them trail slowly across my floor. Past the kitchen. Past the living room. Toward the bathroom. I should have run. Instead, I followed them. The bathroom door creaked open by itself. The smell hit me first. Rotting meat. Sweet and foul at the same time. The mirror was hanging open. Open. Like a cabinet. Behind it was a dark hollow space between the walls. And inside that darkness, I saw eyes. Not glowing. Not demonic. Human. A little girl crouched inside the wall staring at me. Her skin looked gray. Wet hair hung around her face. And her mouth. God. Her mouth looked wrong. Too wide. Like it had been split at the corners. She whispered something. I couldn't understand it at first. Then she said it again. Don't let him hear you. A man's voice suddenly growled from somewhere deep inside the walls. Not beside me. Inside them. Who are you talking to? I ran. I don't remember grabbing my phone or keys. I just remember sprinting barefoot through the hallway while something slammed against the walls behind me. Bang. 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 Like someone huge was moving through the building itself. I moved out 2 days later. Left half my stuff behind. Didn't care. The landlord didn't argue. Didn't even ask questions. Just handed me my deposit back immediately. That should tell you everything. But here's the part that still keeps me awake. 3 months after I moved out, I got a call from a blocked number. I answered because I was expecting a job interview. At first all I heard was static. Then knocking. 3 slow knocks. My blood went cold. And then, a little girl whispered into the phone. He knows where you live now.